Welcome to Golden Years Wisdom, where we explore real strategies to stay strong, energized, and fulfilled in the later years of life. What if 3 simple fruits could quietly restore vitality, passion, and strength, without pills or expensive treatments? Let's begin with a story close to home. I want to start with a personal confession. Lately, I've been increasingly worried about my father. He looks tired more often, his spark seems dimmed, and he's slowly withdrawing from the things he once loved. But I know he's not alone. Many older men face the same decline. And today, I'm joined by a remarkable senior physician who has spent decades helping aging men reclaim their health and energy. She has treated hundreds of patients, authored respected health books for older adults, and is known for her unwavering compassion and clarity. She brings a powerful message. Fatigue and declining passion are not inevitable. In fact, they are signals, and they can be reversed. As she explained, in over 30 years of treating older men, the problem usually isn't aging, it's using the wrong kind of fuel for the body. What we eat either drains our energy or reignites our drive. And there's good news: the right foods, especially fruits, can restore vitality naturally, without medications or injections. Let's look at a real example. A 72-year-old patient came in feeling drained and defeated. He quietly admitted, "I no longer feel like a man." That painful statement was not the end of his story. The core issue wasn't his age, it was poor blood flow. And the first solution? A red fruit often overlooked. Pomegranate. Many think of it as just a garnish, but in reality, it's a powerful ally for men in their golden years. Pomegranate contains punicalagin, a compound known to support blood vessel health and increase nitric oxide, which improves circulation, especially to critical areas for male vitality. In clinical studies, men who drank pure pomegranate juice every morning felt noticeable changes in energy, stamina, and confidence within just 2 weeks. The same happened to this patient. After drinking 6 ounces of pomegranate juice each morning, he returned with a brighter face, stronger steps, and even said his wife was paying more attention to him again, with a smile. We often underestimate the power of simple foods. In our search for expensive solutions, we forget nature's gifts. Let's move on to the second fruit, this one often misunderstood and unfairly avoided by men due to its fat content. But that fat is exactly what makes it so valuable. It's the avocado. Many fear fats, but avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the exact type needed to produce testosterone, the key hormone for male drive and energy. After the age of 60, testosterone levels can decline sharply unless supported nutritionally. Another patient, 68 years old, was active and ate well, but felt emotionally flat. "I've lost the drive that defines me as a man," he said. We introduced half an avocado to his morning routine. Within a week, he reported sleeping better, sounding more confident, and even rediscovering laughter with his wife. Avocados not only support hormone production, they also reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that quietly kills male desire. Now, let's talk about the third fruit. This one is found in almost every household, yet most men ignore its potential simply because it's too familiar. We're talking about bananas. Not just a convenient snack, bananas are like a morning battery pack, not just for muscles, but for the brain, mood, and immune system. Rich in potassium, bananas help maintain stable blood pressure and complement pomegranate's nitric oxide effects for smooth circulation. They also contain magnesium and tryptophan, the amino acid that the body uses to produce serotonin, the happiness hormone. One 73-year-old patient, always tired in the mornings, realized he had been skipping breakfast. We asked him to start his day with a banana, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and a glass of water. In just a few days, he felt more stable, less fatigued, and more focused, and he even began to enjoy his mornings again. Why? Because banana energy goes directly to your cells. It doesn't just fill you up, it wakes you up. So now we have 3 powerful fruits. Pomegranate for blood flow. Avocado for hormone support. Banana for energy. How do we combine them for maximum benefit? This is what we call the Morning Vitality Trio. It's not a miracle cure, but a scientifically grounded and simple routine that works. Each morning, drink a glass of pure pomegranate juice. Eat half an avocado. Enjoy 1 whole banana. You can blend them into a smoothie or eat them separately. What matters is consuming them at the same time. Why together? Because they support each other. Pomegranate improves circulation, avocado stabilizes blood sugar, and banana reinforces both by supporting potassium and cellular energy. It's like a perfectly tuned orchestra. When your body receives this trio together, it gets a clear message. The day starts with strength, not weakness. Some patients begin to feel the effects in just 5 to 7 days, not with dramatic fireworks, but with steady, whole-body improvements. They sleep better, wake up fresher, and even their partners notice the difference. Vitality isn't about age, it's about circulation, hormones, and energy. And these 3 fruits help rebuild all 3, every single morning. But is fruit alone enough? That's the question we'll answer in the next section, where we'll reveal one simple habit that can make these 3 fruits even more powerful. Stay tuned for that surprising key. The real fuel of vitality. The dosage of medication can actually be reduced, gradually, of course, and under supervision. Incredible, doctor. Nature has always had the answer. We've just forgotten how to read it. Exactly. Pomegranate, avocado, banana. They're not miracle fruits. But they speak the language of the body, a language we've known since birth. And we just need to relearn how to listen. That's right. And it all starts in the morning. I believe many of our viewers are now thinking, okay, I'll start tomorrow. But what if they don't like pomegranate juice or can't find avocados in their area? There are local alternatives. For instance, if pomegranate is hard to find, you can use red watermelon. It also contains lycopene and improves circulation. Avocado can be substituted with fresh young coconut. It provides electrolytes and healthy fats too. So really, there's no excuse, is there? None at all. As long as there's willingness. Natural foods are available at traditional markets, and this journey doesn't require a huge budget. I'm amazed, doctor. But now I'm curious, how do we keep this motivation from fading halfway? That's what we'll cover in the next section. Because vitality isn't built from food alone, it also comes from the mind, from hope, and from having purpose. We're going deeper, into the power of mental and emotional strength that supports the health of older men. Don't miss it. We've been talking about the body, about blood, hormones, and energy. But earlier you mentioned that vitality also comes from the mind, from hope, and from life's meaning. That's absolutely true, Raka. Many men in their 60s still have bodies capable of healing, but their minds have already given up. And that's the saddest part. They give up, quietly, right, doctor? Yes. They appear calm on the outside, but inside they feel useless, no longer needed. And that feeling is more dangerous than high blood pressure. I once heard this: a man doesn't grow old because of age, but because he loses the reason to wake up in the morning. Spot on. That's why I always say, if you can still open your eyes in the morning, it means your body hasn't given up on you. There is still potential. There is still time. But how do we reignite that inner fire, doctor? The key lies in one word: involvement. Older men need to stay involved, in their families, in their communities, in the things they love. Like hobbies, social activities, or even gardening. Exactly. Even simple things, watering the plants every morning, chatting with grandchildren, or sharing stories with neighbors, can bring back the spark of life. Doctor, that reminds me of a close friend of my father. He was a highly respected retired official. But after retirement, he became withdrawn, and his health declined rapidly. That's common. Older men often lose their social roles. But the body needs purpose just as much as it needs food. Amazing. So food and meaning, they're like two wings of balance. Precisely. Without one, we lose stability. What do you do, doctor, when facing patients who've clearly lost hope? I don't start with medical advice. I ask them one question: what small thing used to make you smile? From there, I build an emotional bridge. Because once the heart is touched, the body becomes more willing to heal. That's so deep, doctor. Raka, our bodies are not only intelligent, they're sensitive. They can feel when we care for them with love, or when we've surrendered to despair. So the bottom line is, if you want to stay healthy in your golden years, you must nourish your body with natural foods, and nourish your soul with meaningful purpose. Exactly. And here's one final reminder: aging is not the enemy. Giving up is. That's powerful, friends. If you still have the spirit to keep learning and living fully, type the number 1 in the comments. And if you're unsure where to begin, drop your question below, we'll be here to help. Doctor, before we move to the final part, do you have any message for the wives, children, or families of older men? Yes. Don't mistake their silence as a lack of need. Many men are too proud to complain, but they deeply need support. A single word of encouragement can be the most powerful medicine. So men's health isn't just their responsibility. It's a shared one. Exactly. We all have a role to play. Taking care of your father, husband, or grandfather is one of the purest forms of love. I'm truly moved, and I'm sure our viewers are too. But we're not done yet. In the final segment, we'll summarize today's key points and give you a concrete step you can take, starting tomorrow morning. Don't miss it. Because this isn't the end, it could be the beginning of a more energetic, meaningful, and fulfilling life. Today's journey has felt like opening doors long closed. But now, let's help our viewers turn it into action. Doctor, what's a practical first step they can take tomorrow morning? Very simple, Raka. I call it the 5-minute morning ritual for golden men. Just 5 minutes, and it can transform your entire day. 5 minutes? That's quicker than brewing coffee. Exactly. And it can be combined with your morning coffee, if you like. Just remember these 3 steps. Drink a small glass of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Eat half an avocado. Eat 1 whole banana. Then, sit still for 2 minutes. Enjoy the moment, no distractions. That's it. Your body will begin to adjust. Within a week, you'll feel the difference: more energy, better emotional balance, stronger motivation. Can anyone do this, even those who are already ill? Absolutely. In fact, they're the ones I most encourage to try. Because small, consistent changes are more powerful than one big burst that doesn't last. I love that, small but steady. But what if someone gets bored of eating the same thing every day? You can mix it up. Make a smoothie with the banana. Spread the avocado on whole wheat toast. Use pomegranate in infused water. What matters is the content, not the presentation. Your body doesn't care how it looks, it needs the nutrients. That's actually kind of fun. Very. I even recommend involving your grandchildren, partner, or friends in preparing breakfast. It's not just about food, it's a bonding moment that fuels life. Beautiful. I can picture a grandfather sitting with his grandchild, sharing a banana and a story. That's not just healthy, it's joyful. Exactly, Raka. That's the heart of all this. We're not chasing lost youth, we're reclaiming a new kind of strength. One that's calm, stable, and full of meaning. Doctor, I must admit, today's conversation changed the way I see my own father. He's not weak, he just hasn't been given the right kind of fuel. And as his son, you can be part of that change. Start from the kitchen. Start with one morning. Start with one fruit. Friends, I hope this touched your heart too. And now, I want to hear from you. If this video resonated with you, type the number 1 in the comments. If you think something was missing, type 0 and let us know why. We're here to learn and grow with you. In the final part, we'll leave you with a closing message, and one last invitation. Don't miss it. Because this might just change how you view aging, forever. We've reached the end of today's journey. But I believe it's not the end at all. It might just be the beginning of a life that's fuller, healthier, and stronger. That's right, Raka. And to every man watching today, I want you to remember this. True vitality has no expiration date. As long as you live, your body still has the power to heal. But it starts with action. And that action begins with a glass of pomegranate juice, half an avocado, and 1 banana. Yes, 3 fruits, 5 minutes. But the impact can change everything. Of course, that's just the start. We've also learned that energy must be guided by meaning, and supported by love. Without direction, even the healthiest body just drifts. Doctor, may I ask you for a final message to the golden men of Indonesia? Gladly. To the respected gentlemen watching, never accept fatigue as your fate. Never let lost passion be the end of your story. Because your body isn't finished. It's still waiting for you to lead it. Not with expensive pills. But with love, with real food, and with living hope. That gave me chills, doctor. And one last thing, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with your father, your brother, your son, or any man you care about. It might just be the greatest gift you ever give. Friends, we've learned that pomegranate supports blood flow, avocado boosts hormone health, and bananas provide pure energy, for both body and mind. All of this is already in your kitchen, not in a pharmacy, not in a hospital, but at your dining table. Let's redefine aging, not as a decline, but as a rise in strength and dignity. I truly believe every Indonesian man can be his best self, even at 70, even at 80. As long as he's given a chance. And that chance is in your own hands. If you've watched this video all the way to the end, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and share this with someone who needs it. Because Golden Years wisdom will continue to bring you vital conversations that can empower your life. Let's live healthy, live meaningfully, and live fully, starting today. See you in the next episode.